Hi guys, it's Redlinemaxx. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'll be taking a look at this brand new 2024 Kia EV9. This is an all-electric SUV which offers vast amounts of range and power and can seat up to 7 adults. So let's explore both the exterior and the interior and take this out for a drive. Alright, so let's take a look at this brand new 2024 Kia EV9. Now this is a full electric SUV which offers up to 304 miles per charge, and it looks extremely lovely and futuristic in design. You can see the exterior features of this, very futuristic design. Now let's take a look at the front face of the car now. First thing I want to point out is this brand new headlights here. You can see he's got these little sections here. This is the headlights and also the daytime running lights, and the turn signal is pretty huge. So it starts from right over there, it goes all the way down to this section. Now looking at the bottom section, it's got some opening for cooling, and this middle section opens up automatically depending on how much cooling the car needs. And on the right side, same thing. It's got some cooling which allows air to go around the car, and it also has sensors throughout the whole front of the car, which helps in parking as well as front facing camera. Now let's take a look at the side of the car. Full electric. I mean, looking at it from the first glance, you wouldn't think it's electric. Over to the wheel, 21-inch wheel, and very lovely design in the wheel. Over to the side, you can see here, this one comes with a flush door handle. So basically, once you approach the car, that pops out, you can see. And also to close it, or to lock the car, just press that, and that closes. Turn signal integrated into the mirrors, as well as camera for the 360 view. Over to the back of the car, take a look at this. Also 21-inch for the wheel, nothing staggered here. So for the rear of the car, first thing I want to point out is this huge tail lights here. Really looks nice, very futuristic as well. So you can see all the design comes from the side as well as into the trunk. And also the turn signal is right in there as well. Looks really nice. We'll turn that on so you can take a look at it. And for the middle section, it's got this huge Kia logo. The new logo really looks nice. On the bottom, you can see here the EV9 and parking sensors throughout the whole back of the car, which helps in the parking of the car. This is a pretty big truck if you really look at it. And on this side here is the GT-Line logo right there. Another thing I want to point out is this one has the digital rear mirrors. So you can see this is the camera for it. So let me know what you guys feel about this brand new 2024. And as you can see, the trunk opens up automatically. And again, this one here is a third row. This one has a third row seat. And this bag here is for the charging cables in there. And another little storage section down here. Take a look at that. So over the left side, now, if you're inside the car, let's say you're doing camping and you're inside the car, you want to open the trunk. So this is another button here, which once you press that, that opens up the trunk from the inside. And also it's got the 12-volt socket on the left side. And for the right side, it's got these two buttons to put the second seat rows down. So once you press this button here, the second row goes down automatically. So you have enough space to put more luggages, or if you're going to store to buy huge items, you could put a lot of space. It's got a lot of space for it too. So to put it back up, you press it again, and that comes up automatically. So really lovely SUV, very huge as well for in the inside. And over to this right side here, it's got the charging port. So all you do is just press this, and that opens up. And this one here has the fast charging as well. So once you push this other section down, it's got the fast charging as well. Really interesting. Also, it's got the lights to indicate when it's charging or when it's done. And to close it, once you're done with this section as well, you press this button and that closes. So since this is a full electric, let's go ahead and open up the front and see how it looks. So from the key, you press that and that opens up. So looks very small space in the front. You could put a few items in here, but obviously not enough for a carry-on luggage. And over here, it's got the air filter replacement. So this way you change the air filter and fluid for your windshield wiper. It's a very small opening. Now this model I have here is a GT-Line model, which is the highest trim. This one has 379 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque, which pushes this car from 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds, and this tows a maximum weight of 5,000 pounds. The maximum range for this GT line is 270 miles full charge. Now, another interesting bit is you could charge this car from 10 to 80% with 350 kilowatts DC fast charging in just 24 minutes. So really interesting there, especially when you're going on road trips. That is a very fast charger right there. All right, so let's go into the interior of the car. So flush door handle, you pull that up, take a look at the interior, blue and gray design. Take a look at this, all leather interior. And over to the door section, again, you can see the blue and gray design on it. And over to this section is the window control as well as the mirror controls. And for this section, it's got the heated steering wheel button as well as cooled and heated seats and memory seating down over this section. Take a look at the seats, really lovely seats. And also I love how it's got these side boosters here, really big as well. It's got the GT line embroidery right on the seats, and also again this is a GT line, so really interesting. Over to the bottom, it's got this seat controls. Now this one comes with comfort package, where once you press that button, I think it's this one here, it's got this lounge setting where the front seat goes up and also it reclines. So this is helpful, especially when you're charging the car. You could lounge on this seat. You can see here this section comes out, and this section reclines, so really gives you a really comfortable sitting position right there. And when you're done, just press the front side there. I think it's the front side. Once you press that, everything goes back to normal when you're ready to drive. So let's go into the car and turn it on. So the first time I really got into this car, I did not know exactly where the start button was. So it's right in there in this big stalk down there. So once you press the brakes, you turn that on and everything wakes up. So this is a very lovely interior here, brand new as well. And also you can see the ambient lighting right on that section. Huge digital screen section here, and also 12.3-inch infotainment system. Really lovely. And if you really look at it, it's got 3 digital screens here. So the infotainment system, it's got this other section for the climate control and your digital cluster right on this section. Take a look at the steering wheel. Really nice steering wheel, and also huge, blue in color as well. Extremely nice. It's got this big Kia logo right in the center. Over to the left, it's got the cruise control section. And over to the right, it's got the phone integration system as well as mode and your start key. So once you press your start key, actually, that changes the screen here, which shows the climate control section there, and for the front or for the rear. And down over here, it's got the drive mode. So once you press the drive mode, so for this one here, it's got the sport, my drive, snow, eco, and normal. This other section has got the 4-wheel drive lock. So once you press that, it's got the 4-wheel drive lock right there. So looking at the left side here, now this one comes with paddle shifters. Now this one not for upshift or downshift. This is for the regeneration levels here. So once we start driving, you see it. Once you press either the left or the right, that'll show you the degree of regeneration, which is this level here. You can see it's got this level 1. So once you click on that, it'll go up to 3, I believe, up to 4, I believe. So I think 4 gives you the most regenerative braking, which is the 1 paddle driving actually. So we'll test that once we start driving. You can see here the miles per hour section, and also this one here shows the battery, how much you have left. Now looking at this section, here's the climate control section. So you could either turn it off or turn on the climate control. Really interesting. And also for the seats, or you want the direction of the air. So once you press that, you can see that gives you the direction of the air. Really interesting. And also for the windshield heaters as well, AC or auto, or you could just turn it off. And this one here, you can control the rear as well or the front. Now look at the digital cluster, really interesting here. It's very fast responsive as well. And also down here, you got these controls right on the pillar here. So once you press home, you can see that. You press the map, really responsive as well. And you can do search or media, star, or setup. Going on to this middle section, it's got the air vent, really massive air vents right here. Volume control, it's pretty big as well. Also, you could press it to turn it off. And the temperature controls on the driver and passenger side with the hazard warning light. And down here is another interesting bit. Now this one here has got the USB-Cs. Now he's got 2 main ones, and also the 12 volt Press that to open up or close. Now for this one here, it's got two sections where if you want to charge your phone, just to charge your phone, it'll highlight this top one. Or if you want to charge your phone and use it as a USB for your phone, you press it again, and that'll connect your phone into the digital infotainment system. So really nice, interesting bit right there. It's got another storage, really huge storage here to put some more items. And over here is for the cup holder. So he's got two cup holders, or you could either push this back in to lock it up. I'll give you even more space. Things this way to lock it up. So that gives you even more space to put some other stuff. Or if you want to open that up, you press this too, and that opens up. Or you can close it. Over to the section, it's got the auto hold and hill descent camera. So this one here comes with 360 view. So let's see here. So 360 view, so you can see the top down section where you can see everything around you, or the back. Oh, this is the front actually. You can go to the back and you can see here. So this one here is the 360 view. You could turn it around and see exactly what's around you. Really nice. It's got some sharp imaging as well. So go back to the front or the rear, and this is the top down section. And the parking assist button. For this one, you can charge your phone wirelessly as well, and a little bit of storage section here. Now for the rear, it's got the captain seating as well. Take a look at this, really interesting. Also, you could recline this as well with these buttons. So going over to the interior, you can see it's got another section here for a little bit of storage. And for the section, it's got cup holders for the rear seating. Another bit is you pull this little tray here. It's got another section for storage for the back seats, passengers. So you can put a bunch of other stuff in here. It's got like a little tray where you can even put some other stuff on it while you're sitting here charging your phone, or your car actually. You could close that. Really interesting. And there are a lot of USB-Cs in this car. So for these seats, you got one here and one on this section. All right guys, so this is the first drive of the EV9 GT. Now this one here has the 379 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. So it is extremely nice. So let's go ahead and test drive this car and see how it really feels. So the first impression is this drives extremely smooth. Now again, like I mentioned, this one has one paddle regenerative braking. So on the stalk here on the left side, it's got the paddle shift here, which once you press it, that will give you a level of regenerative braking. It drives extremely nice, very quiet as well. I mean, once you step on it too, whew, feels really nice. And also, it's got this drive modes where you can have it either eco, which obviously will save you more range, or normal, which most people most likely drive in normal. Or if you will really enjoy this SUV, you go into sports mode, and that'll give you the maximum power. So let's go here to the left. And you can step on it. Whoa. Oh, that drives really nice, and it's fast as well. Puts you right back on your seats. So like I mentioned, once you press on this left stalk here, that will give you the levels of regenerative braking. So right now I'm in level 2. If you crank this up to level 4, which is the max level, I didn't press anything and this car was just stopping on its own. So essentially you can have that one paddle driving. So for the GT-Line, it has a heads-up display, which is 12-inch, so you can see pretty much a lot of information in there, like your speed or your cruise control setting. You can see that in there as well. And also on the digital dashboard, you have the map, which once you press that, very huge screen right here for you. And also it gives you your charging and your range information down on the right side. Looking at the whole car, ambient lighting as well. Whew. You cannot get tired of that. Electric cars give you maximum power from the get-go. And again, this one has a surround camera, and it's got a lot of safety features where if you have this on cruise control, it'll basically follow the car in front of you or even turn lane for you as well. And for this car, it's got the digital rear mirror. So if you have like tall passengers or you have things completely filled full in your trunk, you could switch this to a digital camera and you could see everything back there. It's got a very wide view as well. So another interesting thing is once you have your turn signal, it'll activate the camera on the mirrors here, which you'll be able to see your blind spot basically. So on the left here and on the right. So if I do the right, you'll see the camera turn on the right side, or if I do the left, you'll see the camera turn on the left side. So basically you can see it takes care of your blind spot basically. So we'll activate the cruise control. So even turn signal, like I just did right there, basically the car turned itself. This is really nice. So again, it'll keep the car in the lane while you're driving on the highway, and also obviously follow the car in front. Occasionally, you have to have your hand in the steering wheel, but again, this allows for, you know, automated driving without you actually having your hand the whole time on the steering wheel. So it's got a lot of sensors which watches the road for you, keeps the car in lane, and also follows the car in front of you, or even braking if there's an emergency up front, it'll brake the car for you. So this is the GT-Line. Obviously, it's got all the bells and whistles in this car. Very, very lovely. I love how this car drives, and it's big, really comfortable. Third row seats as well. You could fit, for this one here, it's got the captain seat, so you can fit up to 6 people. So again, we'll do the turn signal. The car turns lane on its own. Really cool. And this is a Kia. I mean, you see these kind of features in Mercedes, BMWs, Range Rovers, and cars like that. This is in the Kia. I mean, I wouldn't have imagined Kia having all these features in this car. Drives really smooth. Oh, that is wild. And that's in sport. Whew, 79 horsepower. That is wild. Very, very fast SUV. Whew. So overall, this is a very lovely SUV, full electric, and it drives extremely smooth and very, very quiet. So I would recommend this car to anybody who's in the market right now to shopping for SUV. And I want to thank Lupi and Kia for allowing me to do a review on this car. It is a very lovely car. I'll put the website description down at the bottom so you can take a look. But very, very, extremely smooth car. I recommend this car to anybody who's trying to get a SUV, especially third row seats, full electric, and it's got a lot of range to it as well. 270 miles of range, and also from 10 to 80% charging in about 24 minutes. So that's like going to the store to buy something real quick and running out, you know, within 20 minutes. 24 minutes, it'll charge up to 80% and you're on your way. Especially if you're on the road, like a road trip, long distance, it's no problem at all. So I recommend this car to anybody who's in the market for an SUV, electric SUV, third row seats as well. So really, really interesting. So, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and press that like and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next video.